I I was like, if this guy doesn't get picked, it's gonna be the most awkward thing ever. What's up, guys? Benny Adams here, Hollywood Junket. We're talking all about the finale of The Bachelorette. And today I'm so excited because I'm joined by a special guest, a fan of the show, Valerie. So we're talking all about this epic finale. I thought it was epic. But Valerie, I want to ask you overall, what did you think about the show? What did you think about this finale?
I kind of felt she was going one way, but then my heart was like, no, she has to go another way. And it was really unpredictable to me based on last week's episode, because I was floored when she let Joe go. Like I didn't see that coming at all. So because of that, I was like, oh God, what's going to happen now? Because that just threw me off. I kind of figured that I knew like Joe was going to say it was going to be between Joe and Brandon, but no, I was wrong.
Yeah, I think his competitive side got the best of him because while this is a dating show, these guys are competing against each other. But like you said, you gotta for this type of show, you have to just let things happen how they're supposed to happen. And I thought it was just a little too much with the letter, and then before that, like you said, pulling her aside to talk to her, which I'm not gonna lie, that last episode when he pulled her aside, I thought he was gonna say, hey, I still love you, but my heart isn't in it, I can't do this anymore. I thought he was gonna quit. So I was shocked that
you know what? I thought for a second, I thought that about the letter. Like when
really?
you started reading it, I kind of thought like, oh my God, is he like pulling out or something? Like it was, yeah. So for a second, I thought that.
That would have been an easy decision for her.
Yeah, completely.
So we get to the rose ceremony. The Brandon's up first, and Michelle, I'm looking at her face. She's not smiling whatsoever. She's just staring at him, and I knew he wasn't gonna. I'll explain why I knew he wasn't gonna get picked. But long story short, he didn't get picked. Were you surprised by that?
No, because me and my fiance were watching it, and she had made a point about him being first to walk down first. So that was kind of an indication, like, okay, he's probably going home. And like you said, with her facial expression, with the hug, like there was no greeting with a kiss. Like it was just way too intense.
Yeah.
And she was bracing herself to tell him. And that's all that I saw. Like, oh my God, the look on his face. As soon as she said, but, like she said all the wonderful things, right? And it's that but, and you can tell as soon as she said that, his whole facial expression just, and I just, it crushed me. It crushed me. Like oh God, and that's what I was afraid of. Right. I just seeing that.
Right. Yeah. It was hard to watch, but I kind of mentally prepared myself a little bit for it because I noticed throughout the entire episode, and I'm just talking about the editing wise, Brandon got an amazing edit. He got such a good edit. Nayte's edit was like 70% bad, the rest good. And I'm like, there's no way that Brandon's gonna win because there's no surprise to it. There's no shock factor. And I remember before the episode, they were saying this is gonna be the most shocking finale. And so I'm like, if Brandon gets picked, this is not gonna be shocking whatsoever. I'm like, they have to be trying to trick us, giving Brandon this he 100% of Brandon, nothing bad whatsoever. So it's like there's no way he's
Right.
going to win. So I wasn't shocked. I like mentally prepared myself. Felt bad for the guy. He was
Yeah.
heartbroken, so
Heartbroken.
heartbroken. But
And
yeah.
I think the way they edited it, because my fiance was saying like the good guys are always last. They always like end up last. And I feel like they also edited like Brandon was the ultimate good guy. Nayte was kind of unpredictable, don't know, may not be fully in it. So it was like a good guy versus bad guy to me. Like the not bad guy, but bad boy versus, good guy. And so I also could tell, like, when Michelle was saying, I have to follow my heart, I have to like do that. I can just tell just by her interaction with Nayte, that's where her heart was. And I feel like, and I think that was the person that she first said, I'm falling in love with him, or I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
And so she hadn't said that with anybody else. And with regards to Brandon's edit, it was always, I always cringe when he was like, this is it. Like, I know I'm walking down. I know I'm going to propose. Like, she's almost as if I know she's going to pick me. And I'm like, He was way too confident. And I was like, no, you can't. Nope. I don't think it's going to go that way.
You bring up a very, very, very good point. And something else I thought was really interesting. It was kind of funny, but I really couldn't hear Michelle that much because of the way. Could you tell? Yeah, I was like, I wonder if it's like mic'd up correctly, or I don't know. It was weird, but I thought that was
I had to turn up my volume. I was like, oh my God, that sound is horrible.
Right. So overall, were you happy with Michelle's decision?
Okay. I think when I was seeing them at the final rose, it kind of made me, feel better. But I have to say, overall, though, I was happy at least that it was a Black man.
Yeah.
Right. So for me,
that.
I know I wanted a particular person, but I was okay overall with who she picked because this is the first Black couple. And
thank you for mentioning that. Thank you. Yeah, that's so
huge.
True.
Yeah, that's huge for the, Bachelor Nation. It's huge.
And Nayte overall is the first Black male winner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's the first. Yeah. So that's
even though,
huge.
because like with Rachel and with Tayshia, they didn't pick, a Black man. Like Michelle is the only one, and the top 4 were all Black.
Right. This season broke so many boundaries. I loved it.
It did. It was beautiful. Like I was rooting that way for whoever, because it was a win in my eyes.
Yeah. Right.